I think one of the most important things that Elon Musk has said is that companies nowadays are doing evil and they're trying to present themselves as being good while doing said evil. And the reason that I think it's important what he said is that it actually reached the ear of the public, and the public are finally responding, and they seem to be taking measures in order to punish these companies. So why exactly are these companies evil? Well, if you look at what Walt Disney told its shareholders, and I made a video on my secondary channel about this, they're basically admitting that what they are doing is incredibly unpopular with the general audience, that the public is rejecting their message, and that their message is actually costing them money. So they're admitting that go woke, go broke is a thing. However, they're also claiming that they're not going to stop. They're going to keep pushing it. And that shareholders need to know that they're not prioritizing profits, but instead they're prioritizing the common good. So first of all, you have the arrogance and the hubris to believe that, okay, well, you know what the common good is, despite the fact that the public is telling you that it's not. But then it's also the ideology that has already been implemented in China during the Great Leap Forward. It's also the ideology that was implemented in Soviet Russia. It's a revolutionary ideology, pretty much, which understands that people who are adults can't really be changed anymore. Like, you're not going to be able to radically change the view of the world of a person that has grown up. However, children are the future. So if you try to change how children think, then eventually those children are going to grow up and the current adults are going to grow old and become irrelevant. So that's how you win the culture. You play the long game. And this is what I do think that the people who are pushing the message at various companies, this is what I think they're trying to achieve. They're not interested in what the public think, and they believe that if they hold on long enough, eventually they are going to reap the rewards. So basically, Disney is becoming more of a propaganda outlet, a far-left activist group that happens to make some entertainment. And you can see this when they actually went to war against the Florida legislator. Like Disney, an unelected company, for-profit, multi-billion-dollar industry, decided to go against the Florida lawmaker with people that have been elected into office and voted into office. And then when Pikachu Face, when the Florida government actually went against Disney because they became unpopular. You cannot go against the entity that the people have elected and then be shocked that the people who elected that entity do not like you as a company. In fact, it was so bad that the success of Ron DeSantis was directly tied to the failure of Disney. When Disney started failing, Ron DeSantis was going up in polls. It was absolutely hilarious because the public definitely wanted him to remove the privileges that this company has in Florida, much to the dismay and the horror of the Democrats. So basically, a company which is supposed to provide entertainment for children is involved in a political scandal, is involved in doing activism. And this is what Elon Musk was basically saying when he told these companies to go fuck themselves, including and directly naming the CEO of Disney. He basically stated that if you want to do advertising, then you just want people to notice that you have a product. But this is not what Disney is doing. No. They want to control what people are allowed to see on the internet. They want to control what people are allowed to tweet. They want to control what you personally are allowed to experience. They think they're better than you. They think they have the authority to control you, to control your actions online. And that's why people are saying that this is an evil company. Because again, if you just want advertisement, then you do advertisement. But that's not what they're doing. They're trying to threaten the company that unless the social media does exactly what Disney wants, They're not going to give them money. And that is not advertisement, as Elon Musk placed it. That is blackmail. And it's true, it's blackmail. So when the public was made aware of this, the canceled hashtag was trending on Twitter. And you have tens of thousands of people that are posting mass cancellations of Disney Plus subscription after the Elon Musk interview. Within just hours of Elon Musk interview, thousands of users have posted. It's tens of thousands now. And in addition to Disney Plus, users are reporting cancellations of Paramount Plus and others. So, you may wonder whether or not this affects them financially. A company as big as Disney is probably not going to be affected by this that much. However, take into account that they are desperate for cash. And every little bit of money counts. Like, you do not start a product, like a streaming service, if you don't want people to subscribe. You want number to go up. You don't want number to stagnate, or heaven forbid, number to go down. And this is definitely a slap in the face on their prestige. I'm actually curious if it will lower their ESG score, right? Because E stands for environmentalism, G for governance. It's like how many minorities you have on your board, how many minorities you have in middle management. But S stands for social. Like, are you causing a public scandal? And in this case, they are causing a public scandal. I am genuinely curious, the people who are monitoring the S score from the ESG, if they are going to consider this as something that lowers it. Probably not, because those people are ideologues and they do not consider upsetting right-wingers as something that is a scandal. But it should be. It definitely should be. I do not think that this is a Budweiser event. However, if Disney does something stupid now, like in the next couple of days, if they do something stupid in the next couple of weeks, they are going to get the snowball rolling. And while it's true that Disney does deserve the public ire, it is unfortunate that they are stealing the spotlight from Sony, who I believe that they are also due a little bit of backlash. Not a lot, just a little bit. The arrogance and the hubris to decide that they are cutting off access to X. So it's not because like their public isn't using this platform that they decided to do this. Unilaterally, like, this is how the world works now. And this is how the world should work, apparently. The corporation is like a family member. It's like your father. It's like your mother. Because you are incapable of making decisions for yourself. You are incapable of being a free person with the mind that can make decisions for... No. You need fact checkers. You need big corporations that are for profit to decide for you which websites you're allowed to browse and which ones you're not. Again, I'm not saying that Sony doesn't have the right to block access to X. What I am saying, however, is that it's just the same like they would drop the N-word. Unironically, it's like they were starting to drop rap lyrics. Legally speaking, they can do it. But morally speaking, it is a shameful display for Sony to decide what their users are and aren't allowed to see. Because the thing is, it doesn't even make that much of a difference. I don't know how many people even use Twitter while playing, right? But they want to take a moral stance. And in this part, I would say that it's an immoral stance that they are taking. They do not have the authority to get to decide what people are and aren't allowed to browse on the internet. The last place on earth that I would want to get morality from is Sony. Like, who the fuck do they think they are? The Catholic Church? Do they think that they are my mommy that goes to tell me what is right and what is wrong, what I should browse and what I shouldn't? Absolutely disgusting. Like, the fact that they're bringing it up is abhorrent. And again, like, this is a company that is listening in to what people talk on headphones during multiplayer, right? Like, they have AI which monitors your conversations and shit. Complete spyware in your fucking house. Well, why are they the ones that get to say what is moral and what is like how power hungry are these companies? And again, like, these are companies, exactly like Elon Musk put it. They're doing evil, but they're trying to look good while doing it. Oh, we're so concerned about this tweet. Oh no, you're not. You do not want people to be able to have freedom. That's what you want. You want to centralize power in the hands of a few companies, Sony being one of them, that gets to harvest data from its users. That it's not enough that the users buy your games and they buy your console. No, you now want to harvest their data as well. You want to manipulate how people think. Hopefully do some business on the back end with the government, get some money from there as well. And you want to do these shady business practices. And the fact that a platform like X exists where people are getting used to the idea of freedom, like it may normalize the concept of freedom, that's what freaks them out. They don't want the concept of freedom to be normalized. They want the concept that the company gets to tell you what you are and aren't allowed to do. And I think that's unacceptable. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.